Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous.
Good morning, everybody. What is going on? Happy Monday Night Football Day. What is going on? Glad to see a few of you tuning in this morning. Manuel Rosa, Joe Dirt, Tar Heel Tim, Mauricio. My brother from another mother, Renaud. What's going on? As you guys can see, we've got an early poll in the chat right up above or down below, wherever your chat window is. Jets, 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 or the Bang Bang Niner gang, baby. Prantia, good morning. Or good afternoon, wherever you are. It is morning here on the West Coast. I mean, you can see we still got banana nut bread we haven't dabbled with yet. We still got coffee. It is the morning here. All right? I know y'all East Coast. Oop, we forgot to stream live on TikTok. Poor TikTok got left out this morning. Didn't care about TikTok. Get that stream up and running. By the way, man, the comments from TikTok sometimes are wild. We thought we got trolls here. Man, you should see some of the trolls from the comments on TikTok. Need a moderator on there. Where's the sheriff when we need one? I think I hit the go live button. That was like a ball scratch right there. Cap Nation. It's like the barbershop. We can scratch him here. Anthony, good morning, sir. I see you were excited to get on board my personal plays and premium plays, Anthony. Glad to have you on board. Anthony Grant, if you are watching, glad to have you on board. I know you are brand new to our website. Glad to have you on board. Thanks for jumping on board premium plays for today. I don't know if you're watching live, but if you are, thank you. Always great to have new clients jumping on board to join us, to join the Cap Nation family. I'm kind of curious if I lower this. Now you guys see more of my gut. And then we raised it up a little. Maybe that's so you're not looking down on my bald head when I take my hat up. Celis, man, what's going on? Celis Coleman says, back in full effect. What's up, Kyle and my Cap Nation family? We're ready for some football? Man, we are definitely ready. Alan says, what's up, Kyle? What a fucking weekend. Dub after dub. Aaron says, great weekend, Kyle. Absolutely. Good morning, fellas. Or good afternoon. Definitely was on the good weekend side. That's for sure. That is for sure. If you guys are tuning in on TikTok, we have a badass live interactive chat over on YouTube. Got some things to change the view around for TikTok a little bit. So that way they get a better angle. Because unfortunately, you guys, or good thing for you guys on YouTube, you guys get the full view. Like we can get high tech and we can switch camera angles. We can do all this stuff, right? They literally get like, boom. Like if I had a pimple on my nose, they'd be able to see it. Parlay, how we doing, champ? I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Speaking of parlays, man, can't believe we didn't hit that little 5-teamer last night. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. But man, Alan, it was a weekend. Dub after dub after you said, Aaron said it best, great weekend, man. It was a great weekend. No matter which way you looked at it, especially if you're on my personal plays. Aaron just backed up the Brinks truck, the Cap Nation Brinks truck. Damn straight, man. It was definitely a solid weekend, that's for sure. Highlighted by the Sunday NFL guarantee, which, as Jesus says, speaking of which, we were just texting him and telling him we're live. We're live, by the way. When Jesus gets here, make sure you guys all tell him he's late, okay? Kate says, you had a great weekend. A win today will solidify me signing up. I'm not 100% perfect, KH. You know, we may win today, we may not win today, but one thing is certain, we will have a hell of a lot more winning days than we do losing at the end of the day. Ron says, morning, Kyle. Hope you all had a great, hope you all have a great day, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. We're definitely going to have a good day today. Parlay says, I have San Francisco money line final leg plus 1,200 tonight. Should you hedge? You know, here's the thing. The term any given Sunday means any team can win on any single Sunday or Monday for that matter. It is Monday Night Football. It is the opener for both teams. Aaron Rodgers is back. Do I think they're going to win? No. I think the Niners win. I think the Niners handle business. But it is the NFL, which means any team can cover the spread or win outright at any single time. Should they? No. On paper, should they? No. In reality, can they? It's definitely possible. So, how much money you have at stake. If you're only going to win a couple bucks, then maybe you just let it roll. If it's a substantial amount of money, hedging is never a bad thing to put for sure money in your pocket. It's never a bad thing to have that for sure money in your pocket. So when it comes to hedging, you guys know, I have no problem hedging because I'd rather guarantee me a profit of some sort than guarantee me a profit of no sort if for some reason the for sure thing loses. Jesus is finally here. Says Jets. Almost hit that same game parlay last night. We should have, could have, would on that one. Ronaldo says every day is a good day when we wake up on this side of the grass. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. And Jesus, you were late, by the way. You were late to the party. Greg Engel texted me saying USC's ranked 8th. If that's the truth, I love it. I'd love it. Everybody tuning in on TikTok, thank you. Welcome to Cap Nation Live. It's basically the barbershop of sports betting where basically all things go. We get off on some wild conversations, not just sports betting related. Sometimes, we may be talking about air fryers or the only thing we don't talk about here is religion. I don't care who you pray to or who you don't pray to. And politics. I don't care who you're voting for or who you're not voting for. It's really not going to affect what I do. So at the end of the day, those are pretty much the only two things we don't talk about, and we don't care how much money is not in your bank account or is in your bank account. F Boston 22 says, please, no cursing. Daughter is watching. I will definitely try, but I am a sailor. I was a United States sailor, so unfortunately the F word is something that I've never been able to tame. It just keeps coming out. So I will definitely try and refrain, but keep in mind, this is a gambling show. This is a sports gambling related show. So all viewers should be 21 years and older. And all our TikToks, as well as all of our YouTubes are actually checked, not kid friendly. So just keep it PG. We'll try. But at the end of the day, this is a sports betting show, and sometimes words come flying. This ain't ESPN. Ron says, I'm a trucker, I know what you mean. I mean, dropping F-bombs is like... it's normal. DK on YouTube says, here now, you're live. Definitely, we're live, baby. Says, rated R, let's go. It's more like NC-17. Rated more like NC-17. Thoughts on Purdy rushing? We'll get to that. We will definitely get to the Monday Night Football game, as well as Major League Baseball. Thoughts on the game tonight? It's going to be a great one. If you watched our daily free play video, which was out on Sunday morning, you know who we're rolling with. But I will jump right into the game. Prantia says we don't talk fishing anymore in here because somehow golf replaced it. LOL. No, Pranty, we'll get back to the fishing. And we'll probably even have a live show. Maybe we'll have a live show golfing. But we definitely need to get back to streaming live sports betting shows while fishing. That's for sure. That was fun. Ron says under 43. I'm not a big fan of the under in this game. I could plead a case why it should go under, and I could plead even more cases why it'll go over. Sella says no hedging. 49ers will win. Pound them and make that easy money. That comment was on YouTube, directed right at you, Parlay, who is tuning in over at TikTok. And by the way, if you guys are watching on TikTok, we've got a very interactive live chat on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We stream live every single day, pretty much every single day. Every day this week, it looks like. Who wins? Niners. Watch daily free play video. You'll see. Jesus says Niners always start slow. Definitely true. Definitely true. But again, if you guys are tuning in over on TikTok, we will treat you just the same as we do on YouTube. We will interact. I'll read your comments. We will have fun. And we'll make it fun and informative for everybody. For everybody. So, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Glad to have each and every single one of you. But then again, on TikTok, you guys don't get the full screen. You guys don't get the full screen when we post our plays and actual betting tickets. You won't see them on the screen. I'll have to show them to you, on my phone and be like, here you go. But they'll be up on the screen on YouTube. They get a big, nice, wide angle. They get to see my whole fat self on the screen, not just my fat face. They don't just get the ugliness up close and personal. They get the full effect. Plus, they get cool sound effects. They get music. And they get free giveaways and free contests on our YouTube channel. So, if you're not watching on the YouTube, you're missing out on special features. That is for sure. The early poll on the YouTube channel says Jets, or Bang Bang Niner game. Who you rolling with? The Jets plus 3.5, or the Bang Bang Niner game laying, Bang Bang Niner gang laying 3.5. 64% of the chat that have polled so far say Bang Bang Niner game. And if you haven't hit the chat, I don't know if it's up or down on your guys' screen. It's just right over there on mine. But nonetheless, vote what you guys say. Bully says that line isn't fooling no one. I agree. The line is definitely trappy, and we'll get into that when we jump into the full game day breakdown of this game. We will definitely take a look at that. Greg Engel says, good day, Cap Nation. Massive day yesterday. Round of applause. Here, we'll give the sound effects for everybody on YouTube. They get the applause. They get the applause right there. It was definitely a massive day. If you watched the live show, you also had a massive day. Gave you guys these right there during the live show. See, TikTok, this is where you're missing out. They're actually seeing betting tickets. Actual betting tickets. Not bad. We hammered the Saints first half over from the live show as well as the full game over to a nice 2-0 day, everybody. Congrats. Jesus says, when my Jets start 6-1, I don't want to see any fake Jet fans coming out of the blue. See me rolling in with a Jets hat, Aaron Rodgers jersey. Jesus says, guaranteed Sunday NFL plays start 1-0. Damn straight we do. He says, get on board. Jesus says, get on board. I agree, because we'll be 2-0 after the next one. Y'all know that one, that's for sure. Man, it's going to be a good week. Another good week. Anthony says, LOL Jets, right? Exactly. Danny Dangerfield Daniels has joined the chat. Them who dat came through. Who dat? Damn straight they did. Damn straight they did. It was definitely a good game there. I mean, I mean, I know somebody who was on, the Saints full game. If you're on my personal plays in the NFL yesterday, you got the Texans money line. We slipped that one through. We had the Saints laying the points yesterday. Money. And then we had Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown for a 3-0 in the NFL for everybody on my personal plays. We did drop the Braves yesterday, but, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Ever since Jesus has joined the chat, the poll is now down to 61-39. 61% say bang, bang, Niner gang laying the 3.5. 39%. That is now up 3%. Margin room for error on this poll is about 2.8%. Anthony, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Under on the Jets game, I would love to say under on this one. But for me, it's got to be over or bust. Over or nothing. One of the two. I was on the under for Sunday Night Football. Said that on the live show when people asked. This one, I'm not on it as of yet. Maybe my breakdown will change my opinion on it when we start breaking it down and diving in depth into it during the live show. But again, as of right now, my early game day lean would say over. But at the same time, I don't have a bet on it. But if I did bet it, it would be over or nothing. Over or nothing on it. Jesus says, yep, I voted 8 times. That number is now down to 59%. It's getting a little even. 59-41 in favor of the Bang Bang Niner gang. By the way, premium plays are posted online. If you haven't got on board, you can get them for $10 for the day, or personal plays for $10 for the day as well. My Major League Baseball is out, but my NFL is not. My NFL will be out after the live show. So nonetheless, you will definitely get that as well. And it's looking like we're going to have some nice props as well as a play on top of the baseball. So Greg Engel says Saturday was massive also. Yes, Saturday was definitely massive. Live chat, free play, personal plays, guaranteed Saturday. UFC. That UFC was red hot. There was even a plus 350 underdog lean on that UFC card. That cashed nicely. Anthony over on TikTok says the Niners will trash the Jets. Jets defense improved, but secondary is suspect. Rodgers 2 interceptions. I can see that. I like your thinking. Bully says, I see a slow game, especially first half. I can see a slow game first half, but you guys got to know Rodgers is going to want to come out firing. No doubt about it. And maybe that's when he doesn't settle down and throws interceptions. Who knows? You never know. But I can see and plead a case for that one. Internet is awfully slow this morning. Dragon713 on TikTok says, Prime Aaron Rodgers resurrects. Anthony says, Niners will blitz heavy. Rodgers rusty. No doubt about Aaron Rodgers should be rusty, right? He definitely should be on the rust side. Jesus says, secondary suspect. We have the best corner, the best slot corner. Your offensive line is trash. Only Williams is solid, and he has been out. Chef Bear has joined the chat. Good afternoon, Chef Bear. Average card collector is here. Welcome. We can now start because the chef is finally here. I don't know why my credit card's in my hand, but I left it here for when we purchased Sunday ticket yesterday. We can finally start. Chef Bear and the average card collector are finally here. We were holding off until you guys were here. Glad you guys can join us. Better late than never. Just kidding, fellas. Somebody in the chat says, in TikTok says, Aaron for 200. Ron Moore says, B Hall over 3.5 catches. Love it. Anthony dropping knowledge right here. Anthony dropped a comment that says, anything in New York ending in ETS, ETS, is no good. Mets, Nets, and Jets. Round of applause. Round of applause for Anthony. Round of applause right there. Chef Bayer says, let's get it rolling. Jesus says, this will be a close game. Somebody asked me not to curse, so I'm trying. What the F is going on with the Giants? Everybody will be fired. I agree. Giants are trash. Giants are trash. Just taking a look at some sports news, breaking news headlines, making sure that there's nothing crazy going on in the world today of sports. Dragon713 says, Daniel Jones has zero confidence. How about Daniel Jones walking out of the facility yesterday and getting booed by the Giants fans? Telling him he sucks. In breaking news, the Pittsburgh Panthers fired athletic director Heather Lyke. They seek a new vision for Pittsburgh. Probably a smart idea. Steelers will probably do the same sooner or later. Actually, the Giants. Giants need to move on from Daniel Jones. Dragon713 says. Anthony says, Giants front office should all be fired. Not Jones's fault, no team around him. So here is an interesting theory. Here's an interesting theory, and hear me out. Everybody says Jones is trash, right? But look at Saquon Barkley now. Look at Saquon Barkley now that he's playing for behind an offensive line. Playing with a team that can manage, a coaching staff that can coach. Bully says, let the curse words fly. I agree. It's a sports betting show, a live sports betting show. It is not geared for anybody under 21. And if your children can't hear an F-bomb here, an F-bomb there, here or there, here an F-bomb, there an F-bomb, then they might be too young to be listening to this, and they should get some unicorn or dino headphones and start tuning into Teletubbies or A. Fradley. Jesus says they will draft Sanders. How about Sanders? How about Sanders? Did you see that interview where he put all the blame on his offensive line? Did you guys see that? Sanders, you guys already know I'm not a fan. It's like Stephen A. Smith on the Cowboys, right? I am not a Sanders fan. I have never been a Deion fan, a fan of his kid. I was a fan of his kid until I've actually seen the antics and the bullshit that goes on behind the scenes. Anthony on TikTok says Barkley was let go to a divisional rival. Stupidest move ever in the NFL history. Now look at him. He is going to have a monster year. Chef Bear says you give any quarterback 5 to 7 seconds to pocket He'll torch a team. Jones gets like 3. Yeah, it's rolling on. I've seen it on TikTok as well as Twitter. The Sanders press conference where he literally just let it rip. Not a fan of, not a fan at all. They've done a great job bringing hype to their program and recruiting to their program, and they won't deliver. And they will not deliver. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Michelle, thank you for the heart me on TikTok. Cameron says, Jets, baby. They free and Jets, lay the 3, or catch the 3, or whatever the comment is supposed to say. And money line. Daniel Jones has more pick sixes than touchdowns since his new deal. The money that these guys make. College football rankings: Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, Alabama, Ole Miss, the top 5. Rounding out the top 10, Missouri, Tennessee, Penn State. Oregon and Miami. My Trojans slipping up to 11th. Cameron says Vegas ain't paying out another favorite on prime time. Get our live odds up and running. Anybody ever have any problems lately on the ESPN website that their pop-ups are sending you to like other websites? Pretty shitty ones. Week 3 college should be good. And by the way, we're going to jump into the NFL here in just a minute. Week 3 college football should be good. Should be real good if you ask me. If you're watching on TikTok, please do. Tap that little screen. We greatly appreciate it when you do. Share the live feed. Please repost it if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. Give away some packages on our website as soon as you guys get us to 40 thumbs ups on YouTube. Get us to 40 thumbs up. We'll give away some packages. Frantia says, I feel like Sanders will be Jerry Jones' next bad signing, right? God, could you imagine? Dude, none of them NFL guys would be listening to Sanders. Even his own players aren't listening to him on the sidelines. Jesus says, Oregon trash. Agree. Oregon should not be ranked where they are. Anthony on TikTok says, Jones is a backup at best with no wide receivers, no offensive line, and now no running back, rough team to play for. Agree, right? Chef Bear says, I don't know. Jones either takes a beating or runs for his life. LOL, right? Jesus says, Cowgirls looked good yesterday. Watson's hot garbage. Watson is just beyond his prime. Watson left his talents in Houston at the massage parlor. It was rubbed out of him. Or yanked out of him, however you want to call it. Robert, would I take what? How about that Dolphins game yesterday, huh? Woo! Gennaro said, my Bills looked good. They came around. But if you can't stop Arizona's offense, then I don't know what else you're going to be able to stop. Just a quick look at college football week 3, just looking at the games that stand out to me, and which are little hot items. On Friday, Arizona gets Kansas State. Arkansas State at Michigan. Michigan's laying a big number, 22.5. Alabama laying 16 against Wisconsin. LSU laying 7.5 against South Carolina. Missouri at home against Boston College laying 16.5. Jesus says that Watson comment, laughing, right? Yeah, Watson left his talents. Deshaun Watson left his talents in Houston at the massage parlor. It either got yanked out of him or rubbed out of him, one of the two. Sheriff Edward is in the house. Everybody be on your best behavior. The sheriff is now here. Y'all are screwed. By the way, those poll numbers are slipping for the Bang Bang Niner game on YouTube. On our poll, it is now Bang Bang Niner game length 3.5 is now at 58% with 42% saying Jets, Jets, Jets plus the 3.5. Margin for error on this poll is now at 2.9%, meaning 2.9% of you might have hit the wrong button. Ron Moore on TikTok says LMFAO rubbed out, right? Yeah, he definitely got it rubbed out of him. He got the talent rubbed right out of him there in Houston. Sheriff Edward is saying, we don't really get the trolls like before. I'm feeling useless. Don't worry, I've got a project for you. I'll clue you in on text message. But we'll get them. People don't even know we're live again, right? They'll be back. We'll be back. Man, Watson getting the talents rubbed right out of him in Houston. Needs to go back to where he got his massages from and get that talent put back in him. Notre Dame. How is Notre Dame still ranked? I don't get it. How is Notre Dame still ranked? I don't get it. How is Notre Dame still... How do they still have a top 25 number next to their name? They're ranked 18th. They've dropped 13 spots. Just take them out of the rankings. They paid $1.4 million to get Northern Illinois there. Let me say that again. How in the world is Notre Dame still ranked? Why do they still have a top 25 number next to their name? How in the world are they still ranked 18th? You dropped them 13th spots, but yet you still kept a number because why? They're Notre Dame? They paid Northern Illinois $1.4 million to bring their football team there to beat them. They legitimately paid $1.4 million for their football team. They seriously paid $1.4 million for their football team to go to Notre Dame and get their butts kicked by Northern Illinois. Wow. Just take them out of the rankings. I guess you just have to have a powerful name to have a number next to it. Plain and simple. Brantia says they probably paid another 1.4 to the pollsters, right? Ron, it was definitely a bad look for Notre Dame. Sheriff Edwards says Kyle hit a crazy plus 2,400 for Gino to score the first touchdown. It was actually plus, I think, was it 2,400 or 2,700? Don't shortchange that sucker, man. That was a good hit yesterday. Bully says pretty common except the loss part. I know, right? They got to pay for every team to get there. That was definitely one of the highlights. Was the Gino anytime touchdown. First touchdown of the day. It was plus 24. You are correct, Edward. $50 cashed me out, $1,250 for Gino to be the first touchdown scorer of the game. Here's another ranking that I don't agree with. Oregon, they dropped them 2 spots to ninth. I don't agree with this one. They dropped Oregon to 9th in the AP polls. They dropped them 2 spots from 7 to 9. They barely escaped Boise State. They were very slow and sluggish in their first game of the year. They barely beat Boise State at the end of the game with a walk-off field goal. They should be down in the mid-teens, mid to high teens at best. Oregon's getting exposed very shortly. Gennaro says, great call on the under last night. Thank you. We definitely loved the under last night. Here's another ranking that I just don't agree with. Arizona is ranked 20th. They were only able to put up 22 points against NAU. This ain't basketball where NAU gives them a little run for their money every time they go up to Flagstaff. No. They beat them 22-10. Arizona shouldn't even be ranking. Parlay says the Ducks are frauds. Man, I agree. I absolutely agree. Now, this ranking, I agree with. Nebraska, ranked 23rd. They are now 2-0 on the season. And honestly, swap them out with Oregon because they did the entire college football a huge favor by putting a beat down on the Sanders family. I am definitely not a Nebraska fan, but by all means, bump them up 10 spots just because of the beatdown they gave the Sanders. And speaking of Sanders, did you all see Sanders heading back to the locker room when there were still 2 minutes left on the clock? You got pulled. Your backup ran the ball way better than you did with a hurt offensive line. He looked better than you did. And your prissy little ass went back to the locker room early. And then in your press conference, you gave all the blame to your offensive line. I get it. They couldn't block. Why? Because they're smaller. They're not as strong, and they're not as fast as what's coming out of Nebraska, like a real college football team. Alan, I know you're a Colorado fan. Sorry. I get it. You're overhyped. Not you, your team. Your team is overhyped, overvalued, and they were given way too much respect. And Nebraska put it right in the chest and twisted that knife. Loved it. And then those kids partying to Sanders' song in the locker room. Hey! That was absolutely money. All right, I see you guys are starting to wisen up on the YouTube poll. The poll number's back up to 61% for the Bang Bang Niner game, 39% rolling with the Jets. Oh, yeah. Man, if you guys can't tell, I'm ready to get through Monday Night Football so that way we can make it to Thursday so we can get right back to college football. By the way, Colorado, speaking of Colorado and the Sanders family, they're laying 7.5 against Colorado State. That game will be televised on CBS. You remember Colorado State got the beat down by Texas 52-0. They bounced back last week with a win over Northern Colorado 38-17. Colorado should win that one. But man, I'm rooting for Colorado State in that game. But I got to tell you, Colorado going to be losing against Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State. If somehow Colorado won more than 3 games this season, I would be extremely shocked. So you're hearing it first. Colorado will probably, and they should, beat Colorado State on Saturday. But after that, I don't see them winning another game the entire season. They're going to lose to Baylor in 2 weeks. They're going to lose to UCF in Florida. Kansas State's going to beat them on their own home field. They're going to lose to Arizona here in Arizona. Cincinnati's going to come in there and walk all over them. Texas Tech's going to put a beat down. Utah is not even that good, but Utah's going to just roll right through them. Kansas will manhandle them. And then to end their season, Oklahoma State is going to put the dagger in the heart of the Sanders. When they go 2-10 on the season. All that NIL money. And they're going to be 2-10 on the season. You heard it here first. Corey says, go Big Red. I was at that game. It was awesome. Alex says, I like the Jets. I like flying in jets too. But I don't like ones that crash. I don't like ones that crash. Parlay says that running back from Arizona State can run the ball. Damn straight he can, huh? I will say, I was shocked at how good Arizona State did against Mississippi State. Completely. Scadaboo, however you pronounce his name. He ran it for 262 yards on 33 rushing attempts. And he only had it 39 long. A 39-yard run was his longest run, and he put up 262 yards on the ground. Their quarterback only had to throw the ball 20 times. They only completed 50% of them. for 69 yards in the air, and they smashed the SEC. Well, the SEC team in Mississippi State. What a game that was. All right, let's talk NFL. Let's talk NFL. The poll's dropping down to 60. You can tell Alex has finally voted. By the way, if you're on YouTube, you better smash that thumbs up button. I want to give away a package. If you're on TikTok, we've got a badass live interactive chat that we do on YouTube. We'll be giving away packages on our website here shortly. And if you're on TikTok, we greatly appreciate it when you tap that screen, as well as please repost the live show, share it to your stories on TikTok. We greatly appreciate it when you do. By the way, premium plays are posted. My personal plays, which, by the way, we went 3-0 in the NFL yesterday. We've been absolutely red hot. We've been torching the books. I have 2 Major League Baseball plays that are already posted. My official NFL plus the props that I will put out for all my clients will be out shortly after the live show. So if you're not on board, get on board. It's happening today. It's happening today. General says, how are we looking today? We're looking good. I love what I'm putting out for you guys today. Parlay says, is the Patriots D that good or the Bengals that bad? Bengals are just that bad. But the Patriots defense, they know they're getting no love. They know nobody's going to be rolling with them. And, from everything that I was reading and hearing from their coaching staff, says that their players are playing. And their players are not giving up. They know they deserve more credit than they're going to be getting. And they've got some statements to be made. Nick Martinez says, morning, Kyle. Woke up to being disappointed by the Rams. Right? He is a great coach. Yeah, Greg, did you not get it? I will double check. I'll resend it to you, Greg. But NFL will be coming out later for my personal plays. Premiums are already on the site. There we go. I'm sending it again. Let me know in the comments that you got it. What do I think about the Braves today? Well, it is game 3 of a redo. It is game 3 of a redo for a postponed game against the Reds. Just a special one-off. Don't mind me, guys. I literally just had a hole in my flipping face right there. Braves with Morton on the mound. I like it. Anthony says Aaron Rodgers is playing 17 years in the NFL and only 1 Super Bowl win. Mason on TikTok says, you like Aaron Rodgers to throw over 200 tonight? I think he's going to have to get there if he wants to be successful. As long as he don't get hurt. Joey says, what's up all? Late, but made it. How about my Steelers first place in the North? All right, round of applause for Joey and his Steelers for being in first place in the North. Good call on that one. Parlay says Cubs over went from 9 to 10 in a couple of hours, probably because the wind direction has shifted and is going out of the ballpark. YouTube, hit them thumbs up buttons. That way we can give away a package on our website. I'm ready if you guys are. I am ready if you guys are. You guys are 5 away. We should have made it 50. Tomlin is amazing. Jesus says, I agree. Great coach. Man, did you guys see how old Sean Payton is looking? When they zoomed in on his face, like Belichick, I don't. Sean Payton he's looking old. I mean, I get it. I'm not one to, to talk, but I mean, Sean Payton is looking old. Manuel, what's going on, man? Says Aaron is from San Francisco. Yep. Alex says the pain today is severe. Careful with them painkillers. And Alex, that surgery you had was massive, and all the pictures look like it hurts. Pain looks like it hurts. For everybody tuning in on TikTok, welcome. Cap Nation Live, your all things sports betting show. As you can see, we do have a barbershop pole, reel, lit, and spinning. And it's basically the barbershop of sports betting, where we talk about everything here. As for you guys that have tuned in, some of you guys have seen that. We've taken this show on the road. We've taken it camping. We've taken it fishing. We haven't had a Cappers Nation live from the golf course yet. We have not had a Cappers Nation live from the golf course yet. Rod, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Greatly appreciate it. Ronald says, finally done the yard now. I can focus on today. I have to send you pics of my new yard, brother. Yes, definitely. Your yard is always on point, Ronald. Greg Eagle says, I'm back in the office. So you switch you can switch to TikTok on your phone. Mr. Grover, if you're watching, I saw your text message. You're very welcome. Jesus says, yeah, he looks dead. That's a great way to describe how Sean Payton looked yesterday. Alex says, back in the day we were supposed to set up Cap Nation Live on Zoom. We could probably set it up on FaceTime, because you know how now you can FaceTime, 25 people at a time? I can probably get it on the screen with this software, or I can hook it up to my phone, because I can mirror my screen from my phone to the software and show the software on the screen, and we could probably have 25 boxes of all of our ugly ass mugs up on the screen. And Jesus says, show up on the toilet. Yeah. See, that's why we'd have to make it a private stream, members only, or you'd have to have the code to have it. God, could you imagine? We'd be booted off of YouTube. Be straight booted. Alex will be changing the bandages, getting us graphic content warnings. Jesus will be taking a deuce. Chef Bear will be cooking French toast in his underwear. We'd be in trouble. Then you guys could see that, I just filmed with a shirt on, like Kevin O'Leary. Just standing here in my boxers in the basement. Remember, we don't have basements in Arizona. No basements in Arizona. Jesus says, that's my office. The kids don't come in there, right? Oh, yeah. Ronald says, live from the golf course, it might throw your game off. It actually might help my game, because there's nothing that can throw my game off. It's funny, I'll be swinging and somebody's talking in my backswing, and they're going, Oh man, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, dude, I'm a shitty golfer as it is. You talking in my backswing can't affect me. Or, or they're in front of me while, as they drove their cart in front while I'm hitting. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'll never drive. Dude, you just need to watch out for your own safety. I know you were 100 yards, in front and 80 yards left. But you were not in my line of sight between me and the flag, but you were in the danger zone over there, or the danger zone over here. Like, don't apologize to me. Just be glad I didn't hit you. Imagine taking a golf ball, line drive, little zipper, little low burner out of the trees with a 5-iron. Prantia, zip tie your phone to the golf cart. I've got a phone holder. I've got enough cameras. I could use the 6K. We could set it up with an iPad. We could legit set it all up and live stream from a golf cart. We could live stream from a golf cart. I could do it. I could set it up. Probably a badass feed. Forward camera, and we could do split cameras. One cart view, one forward view. Joey says smash the like button. Country Club's going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? Cart Girl's going to be like, what are we filming out here? Want to join us? I think we could have a fun live show on the golf course. You guys could be taking wagers on the side if I'm going to chunk it or hit it pure. Oh, yeah. We could do it. Set up 3 cameras. One to the side, one facing the driver, and one in front. Do triple windows. That way you've got me on screen no matter what. Walk out to hit the ball. We could do it. Food for thought. Maybe we'll do it on an odd day, like a Wednesday. One day. Playing for skins, right? By the way, I did not sign up for any of the matches this week. You guys get my full undivided attention. By the way, on Thursday, we're going to try something new. I think Thursday and maybe Friday. I don't know if you guys can get me out of that men's league game on Friday or not, but maybe Friday as well. But on Thursday, we're going to try something new. We're going to film. If you guys went and looked at our live schedule, it's all the way posted through Thursday. I'm going to be live again tomorrow on Wednesday at noon Eastern time. On Thursday, we're going to go live 2 times. 2 times on 2 times on TikTok, 2 times on YouTube, streaming at the same time. We're going to go live 2 times. We'll go live at noon Eastern time and 6:30 Eastern time. 2 times on Thursday. We're going to try it out. Let's see what happens. We got NFL. We got college football. We got Major League Baseball. Merck says NFL is back. Yes, it is. We're excited for it. Boom Truck Billy, I think I'm going with the Jets money line. Am I crazy? Yes. Sometimes crazy is good, you know? My ex was not a good crazy. The last girl I was wrapped up with, man, she was fucking crazy. That shit crazy. Straight psychopath crazy. And not like crazy in bed crazy, like just straight crazy. Should have ran a background check, never did. By the way, if you guys are single and you start dating a woman or you become single, hopefully you guys don't. You married folks, but if you ever do, run a background check. Legit, run a background check. But yeah, sometimes there's good crazy, Boom Truck Billy. But as the case of the last lady I was wrapped up with, man. Sheriff Edwards says, crazy in bed is great. Crazy in the head is not great. And I stand by this statement. Sometimes crazy is good. Especially when it comes to betting. So if you're betting on the Jets, sometimes crazy turns out great. But in my case, I gambled on that one. She ended up being a psychopath. Probably a killer. So crazy was not good in that scenario. And just like betting the Jets today, I'm going to compare betting Jets on the money line to with me dating my ex. I think that would be a psychopath move and bad crazy. Plain and simple. Chef Bear says, but batshit crazy is batshit crazy. Right? Jose, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Boom Truck Billy on TikTok says, but I'm not going to move in with her. Just this one time. One time can cost you your whole life, Boom Truck Billy, if you pick the wrong crazy. Jesus says, yo, I am dying a killer, right? So, crazy story. So the last girl that I was wrapped up with, right? Man, I was head over heels in love. This was the one. This girl was the one. I mean, she was the one that, this was it. We even went to Mexico together. I should have ran the background check. Should have dug into hers. She ended up telling me that she had this ex that she had to get a restraining order from. And then when I started asking questions, it ended up all these other stories started popping up. He assaulted her. He held her hostage in a garage. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Started looking in the news, like Googling stuff. Nothing pops up. She says he went to prison and he was doing his time and he got let out early. And then less than a week after getting out early, the guy was mysteriously hit by a truck while riding his bicycle home from work. Legit. That part I looked up and it's real. Homeboy got out of jail or prison, whatever you want to, whatever it was. Less than a week later, gets hit by a truck, dies, and they never find the truck. That shit is crazy. So be careful who you bet on. Ronaldo says, sleep with one eye open and set cameras up all around. What is that going to do if she gets you on your close side? If you're sleeping on this side and she gets you on the other side, what kind of truck do you drive? Not me. I drive a Corvette. I've got a torch red Corvette. Prantia says that's when your house went up for sale, right? Ron Moore, do you own a truck? Nope. This was before me. This was years before I even knew her. And she didn't tell me that shit until afterwards. Nick says 49ers, Pirates, Dodgers, Braves, 4-pick, money line. What do you think? Like it. Jesus says that chick is nuts. Anthony, did you have a truck? I did have a truck, but I didn't know her back then. Did not know her back then. The Karma dump truck service. Ronald, at least the murders will solve, or at least the videos will solve the murder case. She'll get rid of the videos before. She'll probably torch the house. Boom Truck Billy, she took my truck. No, I didn't know her back then. Sheriff Edwards like, Kyle was like, don't implicate me. Yeah, no, not me. I didn't know her back then. Did not know her back then. Man. See? Boom Truck Billy, this is what you started by asking. Are you crazy to be betting on the Jets money line? Hell yeah, you are. He says, yeah, I'm going with the Niners too crazy. Changing one Jets better with one story at a time. All right, live odds. Let's get these live odds for today's game up on the screen here. Oh, this might be a neat little feature. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see this. Let's see if I can do this. This might be cool. Sorry, TikTok. You guys don't get to see what we put on the screen. Because unfortunately, TikTok won't give out streaming keys. There you guys go on YouTube. Now you guys can see we've got the live odds courtesy of FanDuel up there. Look at this number. Look at the change. It is no longer 3.5. In the last hour, that line has jumped to 4.5, minus 105. They are absolutely juicing it. Marcos, thanks for the rose on TikTok. Appreciate it, man. Jets catching 4.5. They're begging you to take the Jets. They are begging you. Have you noticed that? They are begging you to take the Jets. But I used to send her breakfast and lunch to the home. Jesus says, I hope it moves to 6. They are begging you to bet the Jets. Over and under set at 43.5. Total moving in the up direction as well. Sorry, TikTok. YouTube made me do a verification to make sure we were still here live. You know, there's some people be sleeping on live with fake screens. Man, there's some wild shit on TikTok. People fake sleeping, and it looks like they're snoring, but they're not moving. It's just a picture. It's a little video on loop. Crypto and Token said the Rams lose because of injuries, or were they just gas at the end? They were not gas at the end. They played great. That was a great game. Yesterday's game was great. Injuries definitely didn't help. Injuries did not help. They were full of a lot of them. But at the end of the day, Montgomery ran all over him. Gibbs ran all over him at the end of the day. So, great game. Great coaching. Sean McVay did a great job calling that game and using what he had. And, I don't think you could blame it completely on injuries because, look, they were winning until they were up by 3. They started slow. There you go. Jesus said the same thing. They started slow. But, no, I don't think you could blame injuries on their loss. They were winning the game until the Lions came back and tied it up. St. Brown didn't even have 40 yards on the night. What did Goff have? 200? 212? Or did he even break 200? Yeah, Goff had 217. That parlay I put out had 225 and also had Armon St. Brown over 40 passing yard or receiving yards. He ended up with 3 catches for 13. Jesus said Goff only had 2 yards in the first quarter and Brown did nothing. Yeah, and Nakua got hurt. I had him at 40 yards or more. He got hurt at 35. Jack says I took Rams live money line at plus 700. I was so bummed. Yeah. They looked great. I mean, you can go back and forth on how he didn't use the timeouts at the end of the game to preserve time, you know? But they were playing for a field goal, and were they expecting him to miss a chip shot field goal? You know? I think McVay could have taken timeouts at the end, you know, to give themselves more than the, 18 seconds or 20 seconds that they had. So, Chef Bear says they miss Aaron. They definitely miss Aaron Darnold, but they played great. They played great without him, man. They did. I was highly surprised. I gave the Rams literally no chance yesterday. None. No love. I was like, yeah, they're going to get ran all over with no lube. Straight up. Straight up, they're going to get ran all over. I mean, and they gave up some rush yards. Gibbs had 11 carries for 40. Montgomery ended up with 17 carries for 91 yards and 1 touchdown. That Lions run game, that 1-2 punch, and I don't understand it. It's like Montgomery will be in for 4 plays and Gibbs will get a whole quarter. Gibbs had 4 receptions for 34 yards. I mean, he was their third most productive wide receiver on the night, and he was coming out of the backfield. Laporta with only 4 catches for 45 yards. But how about Williams? 5 for 121 yards in that touchdown. Chef Bear says that Lions offensive line is solid. They are, as long as they can stay injury-free, they are set for another long run. Jesus says, I think if the Niners win, it'll be by 3. I think Brock Purdy and company roll all over the Jets. It's just me. It's my opinion. Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, minus 170. Breece Hall, plus 120. Garrett Wilson, plus 150. Debo Samuels is a plus 165. George Kittle, plus 200. Ayuk, plus 200. Juwan Jennings, plus 380. You know he's getting a score today. Jennings is getting a score at plus 380. You heard it here first. And I will say that again. Jennings is getting a touchdown today at plus 380. Brock Purdy plus 700. It's kind of juicy. That's kind of juicy for a Purdy anytime touchdown. Juwan Jennings to have the first touchdown in the game plus 1,800. Jesus says Purdy hasn't played a defense like this. It's going to be a solid game. Sheriff Edwards dropping his parlay says plus 339, 5 legs. McCaffrey anytime touchdown. Debo Samuels plus 25 or 25 plus reception yards. Kittle 2 receptions. Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Rodgers over 175. What you think, Kyle? If you add San Francisco first quarter minus 1.5, it's plus 835. I like it. I think you might be getting greedy with the San Francisco first quarter. I would be very leery of taking San Francisco in the first quarter. I would definitely be leery of taking San Francisco in the first quarter, but I will say Purdy got playing time. Purdy got that playing time in preseason. The last preseason of the game, he came out and went 9 of 12. No touchdowns with an interception. One of his 3 incomplete passes was an interception. At 96 yards, he did Purdy things. He had 1 carry for 14 yards on that run. I'm telling you, Brock Purdy anytime touchdown. How many did he have last year? He only had 2 last year. 31 touchdowns to 11 interceptions last year. Sheriff said those first quarters are killers. Grit, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Greatly appreciate it. I am brewing a parlay, and right now it's sitting at plus 299. I think it is. Let me double check. Let me log back in. It's sitting at a plus 297. I've gone back and forth on it. FanDuel's got a no-sweat same-game parlay. That needs to be a plus 400 or more. Steven on TikTok says, CMC getting in the end zone tonight? Absolutely. Probably twice. I like him at 2 times, but, man, the odds are just not there. McCaffrey, you got to lay 170 on the money line. To score 2, he's plus 340. How many tokens do I have today from FanDuel? We've got a 3-leg same-game parlay, plus 400 or longer, max refund $200. I'll probably do anytime touchdowns on that one. And then we've got a 50% profit boost on any live wager minus 200 or longer. So you may bet as soon as the game starts, maybe you take a touchdown prop on that one. Get Christian McCaffrey's touchdown prop down. Lotto Snob? I don't know. I don't know on that one. I kind of like it. Parlay says CMC is on a snap count, I believe. Taking a look at any Christian McCaffrey news breaking today. You know, the other day, what was it, yesterday? Or 2 days ago, they said he was questionable. Coach Shanahan listed running back Christian McCaffrey, calf, Achilles, and guard Aaron Banks' finger as questionable heading into the season opener. This was from a day and a half ago. While both have not been fully cleared for game action as of now, Banks and McCaffrey were limited participants in all 3 of the team's workouts this week. If they're partaking in workouts and team drills, then even though he hasn't been cleared, he'll be playing. Sheriff says Aaron Judge home run today, plus 260. Man, maybe him and Harper as a parlay. Boom Truck Billy, I'm not sounding so crazy now for the Jets. McCaffrey's playing. A little gamesmanship going on. Let's see if there's anything else on another source. All right, 3 hours ago. Should have read this one first. 49ers Christian McCaffrey remains likely to play Monday. I will read this again for everybody. This came out 3 hours ago. 49ers Christian McCaffrey remains likely to play Monday. McCaffrey calf and Achilles remains listed as questionable, but he expects to play Monday against the Jets and will handle something close to a normal workload. I repeat, a normal workload is what he expects to handle. Specifically, Rappaport relays that McCaffrey expects to take on around 15 to 20 touches, not far off from the 21.9 combined carries and receptions per game that he averaged over the 19 regular season and playoff appearance last year. McCaffrey won't be formally cleared until the 49ers release their inactive list approximately 90 minutes prior to Monday's 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time game. There you go. And that is more than likely why that number jumped from 3.5 to 4.5 3 hours ago when that number came out. Because, yeah, you might be hearing that he's going to be on a snap count. He's expecting 15 to 20 touches. And he averaged 21.9 last year. He averaged 21.9 carries and receptions all of last season. And he's expected 15 to 20. That's a normal workload. Expect nothing other than normal McCaffrey stuff today. So there you go. Boom Truck Billy, you're sounding even more crazy now. Steven says Super Bowl loser is 5-19 against the spread in week 1 since 2000. So that'll be 6-19 after today. Aaron, has any of my personal plays gone off? No. None of my plays have gone off. There's no early baseball. The first baseball game is 6:40 Eastern time. Aaron, I've got 2 baseball plays, and then I've got NFL 2 baseball plays posted right now. And then later on, when we get off the live show, I'll post my NFL, as well as I'm going to have a healthy amount of props. There's going to be at least 2 props, possibly 3 on my personal plays. So he's plenty of time to get them, brother. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. You guys are lacking in that category, but you guys are over the 40. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to run a free giveaway in 2 minutes. If you're watching on TikTok, in 2 minutes on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away a package on our website, 100% free of charge. If you want a chance to win it, all you got to do is comment in the section there when we run our contest in 2 minutes. No purchase necessary. It's a free package on our website. Parlay, what was the plus 299 parlay? I'll be giving that out here in just a minute. I'm finalizing it as we do our breakdown, and then I'm actually going to bet it. I'll go over it, and then I'll actually bet it live, and I'll post it on the screen. YouTube, 2 minutes. We're going to do a giveaway, but in the meantime, if you're in the chat on YouTube and you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, please do. We greatly appreciate it when you do. And as a way to say thank you, I give away free packages. So, hit that thumbs up button, get us to 50, and you guys will have another giveaway as well. So get us to 50, and you'll have another giveaway as well. But we're going to be doing one here in 1 minute. Adam, how are you able to bet a same-game parlay for $1,500 on FanDuel if you're supposedly a winning bettor? FanDuel doesn't limit anybody. FanDuel and DraftKings will take anybody's money, regardless of how good you are. Now, walk up into a Vegas casino. Obviously, they don't have that, but Anybody with a pulse is limited on both? No, they're not. Anybody can bet $1,500 on the same game parlay on FanDuel. Anybody. Who dat Bob in the house? What's going on? Greg Engel back on TikTok. Very nice. We're going to be doing a promo. Less than 1 minute before we start. Less than 1 minute before we start. As Sheriff Edwards says, they don't discriminate, they take it all. Fact. But I've actually been on live on YouTube walking up to betting windows at Caesars, and I've been told that I'm not able to wager. Or I was limited to, I think it was $500. But FanDuel, DraftKings, plus I send them so much business, I can bet whatever I want on there. They do such a handle. They need bets on both sides. That's what you don't understand. The books aren't after just all of our money. It's not us against them. All the books want is 50-50 action. That's why they bet numbers. So your whole theory on how you should be limited if you're a winning sports bettor, they want 50-50 action. That is their goal. And if you want to bet a parlay, they'll let you bet any dollar amount you want on a parlay. Because they know the likelihood of you hitting a parlay. I don't bet parlays. I bet them for fun. $1,500 was a fun money fuck around bet. That's all it was. But my straight up bets are a lot flipping bigger than that. Adam, it's 100% true. 100% true. Been doing this a long time. I've got friends in the industry. We've had bookmakers on our live show. All right, contest time. Contest time. And Adam, if you stick around and you watch videos and you see what we're about, you'll see what I'm talking about. Contest time! You guys know the deal on YouTube. The Mauricio rule is in full effect. One guess and entry per enter button. First one to guess it correctly on my screen is the winner. 0 to 100, ready, set, go. We're going to play some music for you guys while we run the giveaway. But feel free to start guessing. We have a winner. We have a winner. You guys can stop. We have a winner. It took you guys a really long time to guess this one. You guys were all over it, but nobody hit it until Lotto Snob. Lotto Snob guessed 51 correctly. See how simple it is to win a package on our website? Lotto Snob, you guessed number 51 correctly. I don't know if you have an account on our website. But if you do, I just need to know what your username is so I can add a free package to your website. But if you don't have one, let me know. I will tell you how to create one. It's free of charge, no credit card necessary, so that way you can access your plays. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. We just did a free giveaway. You guys just got us to 50, so I will do another giveaway here shortly. And then get us to 60. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll do an additional giveaway on top of that one. So keep hitting that thumbs up buttons, and I'll keep giving away free packages. But congrats to Lotto Snob. You don't have a username? All right, so here's what you need to do. Super simple. Go to our website, cappersdirect.com. At the top, you're going to see the premium tab. Click on that premium tab at the top of the page. Scroll down. It doesn't matter which package you select, all right? It doesn't matter which package you select. Scroll down and start signing up. Enter in your name, create a username, enter in your email, your phone number, all that stuff. Go to the next page. It's going to ask you for a credit card. Do not enter a credit card because you're not making a purchase. When it gets you to the page where it's asking you for a credit card, you're all done. Come back in here, and I'll probably see your sign up on the website because I'll pay attention. But come back in here, let me know you created your account, what your username is. I'll log in, and then I'll add a package to your account. But no, don't enter your credit card. You don't need to. Aaron Gore was definitely close. Man, I was staring at it. I'm like, man, you guys are all, I kept seeing 81 a million times. And I'm like, man, is that 51? Nope, it's an 8. I almost gave it away because you guys were taking so long. But we will do another giveaway. And if you guys come over from TikTok, make sure you guys say hello on YouTube. Randy C, I see you in here. What's going on, man? Joe Clayton, what's going on, man? Now I get to see everybody that's in here. Aaron says, hammer the picks. The baseball's going to be 2-0. Aaron, thanks for jumping on board my personal plays. I see you just jumped on board for them as well. Thank you, brother. Glad to have you back on board for today after a very, very, very winning weekend. So let's dive more into Monday Night Football, and then we will give out some more free packages. Watching on TikTok, make sure you guys hit that follow button, tap that screen, run them hearts up for us, share the live, repost it, share it on your stories. We greatly appreciate it when you do. Speaking of sharing and likes and interactions and comments, if you guys are watching on TikTok or YouTube, we give you guys free daily videos with daily free plays that have been red hot. Today's is right out of the premium play card. All right. We give you real plays that we're actually betting. They're free because they're free plays for you guys. We post them on TikTok, post them on YouTube. The only thing that we ask, interact on the video. If you're watching on TikTok, hit the heart button. Drop a comment down below. I don't even care if you say you like cheeseburgers or you like the play or you don't like the play. Drop a comment. And if you're on YouTube, same thing. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the follow or subscribe on YouTube, and drop a comment in the videos. If we post a video, drop a comment, hit the thumbs up button. Give us that interaction. We definitely appreciate it. Aaron Gore, whatever happened to merch giveaways? We can do that. We can do merch giveaways. Oh, my back. I'm getting stiff and old. I mean, we've got t-shirts. We've got the Cap Nation coffee mugs. We can do some giveaways. We can do merch giveaways. We could definitely do a merch giveaway. Jesus says, need a coffee mug, right? Isaiah says, LSU, huh? I'm not cooking up anything with LSU. Thank you, Michelle, for all the roses on TikTok. Greatly appreciated. Hats. We can do hats, too. We got hats. We got hats. Randy C says, Big brother, what's up? Glad to see you in here, man. All right. While we still dive deep into this game, we're going to take a look at some props. We're going to take a look at some things that I like. Obviously, I'm all over the Niners. And we answered your guys' question on Christian McCaffrey and his workload. And I have a very big suspicion that that is the reason why we saw that number jump from 3.5 straight to 4.5. And that's only because Christian McCaffrey is going to be taking, basically, a full workload. He's basically going to be taking a full workload today. He's anticipated to have 20 carries. James Harris, what's going on, man? And he averages 21.9 carries and catches a game all season long last year. So everybody that's worried about Christian McCaffrey not getting, carries and plays, you don't need to. Kyle says, how do you think Ayuk will do? I think he's going to do just fine. I get it. Just back to the team. All of that, I think he's going to be just fine. He wasn't sitting on the couch slacking. Aaron, any news on the Tyreek Hill detainment? Lotto Snob, you're in. I see All right, I got you. I got you, Calvin. Let me add your free package to your website. You're going to get my personal plays for today. There are 2 baseball plays posted. NFL for mine will be posted shortly after. Coach Hubs is on TikTok. Says, I remember the good old barbershop talk days. Coach Hubs, there you go. There you go. Tommy says, you got the script? No, I don't got the script, but I can read what the team put out. I can read what, the late breaking news that the team put out, that he's going to be on account and expecting a full workload of approximately 20 carries today. That is exactly what was put out by the team. And if you go look at what he averages throughout the entire year last year, regular season and playoffs, you will see that he averages 21.9 carries and receptions per game, and he's expected 20 today. I'd have to say that's a full workload. So do I know the script? No, but I know how to read. Joe says, you keep saying New York Jets equal money line. Is that just a little joke? I never said anything about take the Jets on the money line. Nowhere have I ever said take the Jets. We refer to a Jets video from like 7 years ago that I streamed in the back of a taxi in Vegas, where the taxi cab driver on Super Bowl weekend said the Jets were going to win the Super Bowl, and the Jets weren't even playing in the Super Bowl. If somebody could post in the comment section that Mike Hockey is a little late guessing numbers, the contest is over. Lotto Snob, my personal plays are in your account. But yeah, 2 baseball plays already posted. When we get off the live show, I'll post my NFL for today as well. Brantia, tell him to type in 51. Love it. Love it. If you're watching on TikTok, we're going to be doing a giveaway in 4 minutes. At 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 Pacific, we will do another giveaway for another package. Tommy, thank you for the follow, man. Diving into this one, Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, minus 170. He's going to get a touchdown. McCaffrey is cashing a touchdown. At least one. I will have one of my no sweat, same game parlay plus 400s or more. That will include Christian McCaffrey to have 2 anytime touchdowns. And more than likely, I might take Debo as the other, or I might take some yardage props with it to get it around 400. Maybe I'll go for the gusto. Tommy, am I going to drop that parlay later? Yeah, I haven't finalized what I'm doing yet on that little 5-teamer. It's plus 297 right now. Excuse me, the 6-legger, excuse me. I am going to drop it 100%. I just haven't finalized it yet. I opened it up last night. I've got it in the window and just trying to make sure everything is accordingly. Ayuk, I've got Ayuk in there at, alternate receptions of 3+. I may or may not keep that in there. But I think Ayuk, he knows the playbook. He should be fine. Star says I like Debo. I like Debo today too. But yeah, the parlay will go out. I don't know if it'll be it should be on the live. But if I don't do it on the live, I'll put it out in the video. Or even if I do it in the live and you miss it, like if you're not here when I post it in the live, I will make a video that actually shows the betting ticket. So probably drop 500 on it today. Oh, Lotto Snob, how do you see him? All right, so log back into the website. It should take you directly, now that you have access to a package, it should take you directly to it. But if for some reason you don't, if you're using a phone, you might have to turn it sideways. And when you scroll down, you're going to see a little tiny home icon. And right next to it is a little box with 3 little lines in it. Click that little box with 3 little lines in it. And then that'll take you down to like your actual home page for your user account. And then it'll scroll down under active resources. It'll show that you have access to my personal plays. Click on that. It'll show you the plays. Tommy says, got Brock for under 31 passing attempts today. How do I feel about that? That's a good one. Alex, is it 500 for 3 days? No, it used to be. We're always running sales. It's usually 3 days for $99, but you could get the plays on sale for $10. Drew says, you guys believe this guy too? That's the best part about this. Well, we actually bet the games. I show real tickets. That's the best part about it. And I probably bet well over what you do, Drew. I bet my hard-earned money on it. And we're real sports bettors here. That's the fun part. You gotta love the TikTok-y trolls. Another Vegas Dave? No. Nope, not a Vegas Dave. Not a fraud. Not a fraudster, that's for sure. Vegas Dave doesn't like us because we outed him on our live show when Vegas Dave first got started. That's the best part. You guys remember that? Remember when Vegas Dave was calling into our live show? When we had the 800 number out there, Vegas Dave used to call into our live show. Oh, man, we used to fucking ride them hard back in the day. You guys remember that? That was fun. That was the good old days. That was the good old days. It really was, man. It really was the good old days. We sell more dreams than, yeah, hardly, buddy. We sell reality. We're the only sports service that will tell you to wager responsibly. Alrighty. Moving right along. Where was that question about Brock Purdy under 31? Aaron says that was over 7 years ago, right? When Vegas Dave first got started, remember that? We used to ride that dude so hard in the live shows, calling him out. And he used to call into our live show. That was the best. Remember we had the Ghost Picks guy on one of the live shows? We brought him on before he was anything. Aaron says, who is this bozo troll? Over on TikTok, you know. There's the comment. Tommy says, got Brock for under 31 passing attempts. How do you feel about that? I like, by nature, I like the under 31. I think he averaged, under 28 a game last year. But if for some reason, it gets into a shootout and they're airing it out, then I don't like it. Now, if they're all check down passes, I don't like it. If he's got, 20 completions for 4 yards or less, the under 31 is going to be in jeopardy. Over 31 would be in jeopardy. But for the most part, I really like under 31. Ronald says, dudes, kill me how they hate. If you don't like it, don't bet it. Kick cherry Coke cans on the way out the door and hit the like button. Star says, fighting legit cappers is hard for sure. I post tickets. I bet a $1,500 fun money parlay. That was a fun money parlay yesterday. Posted a real betting ticket. Legit ticket from FanDuel, and it was a loser. I showed a $1,500 loser yesterday, and I get it. There's clowns out there. They block out the bet amount, or, there's this one guy, he's got, millions of followers, and he makes the funny videos. He never showed his face until recently, and all he is on live, he's just sitting there on his computer. I just made $7,000. Dude, the dude's never show a play. It would be easy for me to say, man, I just bet $100,000 on a game, and you guys wouldn't fucking believe me. But my live chat on YouTube knows that I have, because I've shown off 2 tickets for $100,000 back in the Vegas Dave eras where we used to ride that fucker. And I showed off a $100,000 loser on the live show. Showed it before we bet it, and it ended up losing. And then we went back the next day and did the same thing, and we won our money back on the Yankees. I love it, the comments. You're full of shit. Not really. I got nothing to prove to you. The best part is I get paid to do this. I literally get paid to come on YouTube and bullshit. The barbershop. I get paid to bullshit. Yeah, Anthony. The tickets for the Houston Astros, where they fucked us. The Astros screwed us royally, right in the pooch, the cheating Stros. Altuve's 2-run walk-off home run. That was a gut punch. That one sucked. Who Dat Bob says he remembers that. Those are the good old days, man. Those were the good old days. But hey, you know you've made it when you've got haters. And we've had haters since day one that we've been doing this. So, round of applause. Round of applause for the live chat. Round of applause for our live chat on YouTube because we've been at this a long time. I mean, we didn't get the Haters Make Us Famous song for nothing, right? Coach Hubs on TikTok says, I've been doing this a long time and Kyle has always been honest and a man of his word. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Aaron says that wasn't a gut punch. That was a kick to the nads. Straight. Edward says, Kyle, don't feed the trolls. Randy, see, I remember when you lost $100,000 and won it back. We did. We went right fucking back to it. Right back to it. Good old Ruben Tuesdays. Hold on, Renaud. I got you. Haters make us famous, and we got the hater blockers. We got the hater blockers on. We always got a pair on the desk for the haters. I love it. Keen says, keep yapping. I'm going to. I'll probably call your mom later, too. I love it. He says, keep yapping. And I will. Might call your sister. Might call your mama. And then we're going to cash some tickets. Then I'll take them out for a nice steak dinner. Because you probably can't afford to take them out to one. Jared says, just take the under 43. Man, I gave out that disclaimer earlier. I'm either betting the over or I got to lay off of it. Aaron says, now we're going old school, right? Now we're going old school. Watch out, boys. We got the pole hanging. We never had the pole hanging back in the day. Star, thank you for the follow. Dano, thanks for the follow as well on TikTok. As well as the likes. Sheriff says, call everybody. You know what we need? We need some sirens. We need some sirens for the sound effects on YouTube. By the way, if you're on TikTok, you get screwed. You don't get the sirens, or you don't get the sound effects. You don't get the things on the screen. We've got the sad trombone. We've got a toilet flush. But where's the haters on YouTube? I mean, I'm ready. We got that, hey, loser. Like, listen.
Loser.
TikTok, you guys don't get a listen because we can't get a streaming key. But, man, we've had so much fun over the years. All right, back to the game. Yes, I like under 31. To answer your question officially, I like your under 31 and the Brock Purdy passing attempts. Or was that passing attempts? I like that. He averages like 27.7, I believe, last year. Jared says dumpster fire dog shit game 17-9. Chef Bayer says they're all on TikTok, right? They're on TikTok and Twitter or X. The real BA01 says, any reason why I shouldn't hammer the Jets money line? Yeah, every reason in the world. If you like making money, I wouldn't be hammering the Jets money line. Says he gets rattled too easy. I don't get rattled. I have fun with this. That's the fun part. See the barbershop? This is the barbershop of sports betting. We talk about more things than just the games. Other than religion and politics and how much money's in or not in your bank account, we talk about everything. So if the haters want to come in, I'll acknowledge them. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys on TikTok and YouTube. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, even the haters. Even the haters. Round of applause. Hats off to the haters. We appreciate each and every single one of you. So if you think that I get rattled easy, man, you don't know me. We could tell that you don't follow. And I could tell you don't follow me. You must be new here. User 255-131-552-97251. We can tell you're new here. Because if you're new, you'd know that fucking trolls don't rattle me. We eat you guys up and fucking spit you out. You guys are nothing. Stardy says, I like Brees Hall anytime TD. I don't know how I feel about Christian McCaffrey with a calf injury. It's been already announced, put out by the team. He's expected a near full workload. McCaffrey, he wouldn't be playing if he wasn't ready, that's for sure. Johnny says, I'm new and just following now. Love it so much. I appreciate it, man. We let it fly. Man, our live shows, old school. We had a 3.5-hour live show about air fryers one day. Legit air fryers. I don't think we had anything else to talk about. We started talking about air fryers. I roll where the chat goes. You guys steer a conversation in one direction, and I'm like, let's go. I'm ready. User 255 in a bunch of numbers says, bro, I've been following you for 3 years now. This is just my TikTok. Well, then you would know that haters don't rattle me. Little chit chatter don't rattle me. And you can't speed up the show. The more that you say, just get back to it, the more I go off on a different subject because I like to talk. I got the best job in the fucking world. I'm going to bet on sports regardless if I work here and give them my expertise and my knowledge. I'm going to bet on the games anyways. And I'm going to make well over a living. But that company back there, here, you see the full logo. Give them the full credit. Right there, I get paid handsomely to sit here and jibber jabber online with you guys. You've done seen me boating and fishing trips and all. Excellent. Then you've been around a long time. Johnny, thank you for the follow, man. Ronald says, what the haters eat don't make you shit. Those numbers sound like an inmate number. Yeah, it's just because they didn't have a username set up. Chef Bear, I don't like you, but I've been following you for 3 years. Comment of the day. I don't like you, but I've been following you for 3 years. I remember before you cut the beard, I cut the beard every year. It's summertime, beard's gone. It's too fucking hot in the desert. It's too hot in the desert for a beard. And the way I eat and drink, shit's in it, getting messy. All right, back to the game, because we've got money to be made. FanDuel, please verify you're a human. Access to this page has been denied because we believe you are using automation tools to browse the website. Maybe we are, FanDuel. Maybe we are. Maybe we've got AI helping us. Maybe we don't. What do I think about the analytics? There's a gut feeling. As far as what? Picking plays go? We value everything. Every information that we can use towards our advantage, we do. All right. So you guys know what that means. We've rambled on enough. We were supposed to do a promo 14 minutes ago and we got sidetracked. We just got sidetracked. All right. New promo time on our YouTube channel. We're going to give away another package. And then we'll get into the rest of the breakdown. Because I'm in a giving mood. Ronald says, I don't like you, man. I love you, man. But you still ain't getting my Bud Light. Thank God I stopped drinking Bud Light when they put the... never mind, I guess I can't say that on YouTube or TikTok. Y'all know what I mean. Dear Bud Light and CMT, we are a happy family. Don't get me started. No Bud Light for this guy. Coors Light, baby. All right. Mauricio rule in full effect. Only one guess per enter button. 0 to 100. First one on my screen wins a package. Play you guys some tunes. In honor of the haters, we'll play the haters song. Ready, set, go. Guess away. And I'll meet you guys and I'll chit chat with TikTok because they don't get to participate. Yes, Edward, Jesus, you are correct.
Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind, cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws, and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone, reaching success. Haters coming, and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24
We have a winner.
and the end.
We do have a winner. You guys can stop guessing now. We have a winner.
While we fighting for the same bone on this conquest. Million-man march occupied my mind.
The chat, if you guys see the YouTube, it's like, it's just scrolling. And it straight up looks like somebody hacked the screen. He'll be happy. He hasn't. This guy hasn't won a package in a while.
Don't need to lie my tracks, man, 'cause you know I'm the truth. Haters.
At least I don't think he's won.
Haters make me famous.
Yeah, I'm a white boy from the south with do-rag. So
Nope.
what? Haters.
I don't see.
Haters make me famous.
I'm a self-taught fool with knowledge. Haters.
Give him my personal place for today.
I don't give what all y'all think.
All right, who thinks they won?
Haters.
Sheriff Edwards says, winner, please stop. Mike, you too. Because Mike was real late on the last one.
Next to me, so loyal to the game, like my wifey and she show. No, I'm headed for the top, so no need for these side shows. My mic blows truth while I'm full
Jesus,
of
brother,
blood. My beats
you were the first one to guess 22 on my screen.
blood. In their eyes, I can tell that they hate me. While I'm
You were the first one to guess 22 on my screen.
I got the
Congratulations, my personal plays for today are already in your user account.
with my hip
Ronald, I know you guessed 22 as well, but you came in a distant second.
Grammys. My life be so sweet, yes it's sweet like some candy. So what's my lap them haters that can't stand?
Music is on. There we go. Hey, Zeus brother says give it to the chat. Ooh, very generous. I will give it to the chat, but it's still in your account, so you can have it. All right, chat, we're going to do it again because Jesus wants to donate it to the chat. So we're going to do it again. Gills for Thrills, thanks for the follow, man. So with that being said, let's just run it. Let's run it back. One entry per person. The Mauricio rule is in full effect. Hit the submit or enter. Whatever, you guys know the rules by now. First one on my screen wins. 0 to 100. Ready, set, go. Aaron Gore, good guess, trying to guess the same number. I haven't done that to you guys in a while. We have a winner. You guys can stop. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. Grills for Thrills. That you would probably, if you went to YouTube, you probably heard music. I muted that chat to talk on TikTok. That was on purpose. That was on purpose. I mute the chat I mute the microphone for YouTube during the contest, and then I just chit chat with you guys. We have a winner. All good. All good. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We have a winner. The first one to guess number 23 correctly was Bradley Johnson. You, sir, have my personal plays. They're already in your account. You guessed 23 correctly. You were the first one to guess 23. So it's already in your account. You can thank Jesus for running that one back and donating that one back because he's already on board. He actually sent me a text that said if I win, give it to somebody else so that way somebody else can try you guys out as well. Which, that is awesome. We love that. Bradley, my personal plays are already in your account. Ronald says, what is the runner-up prize? I will take the premium plays, right? Aaron Gore says, Randy, your video stream is behind. It is. All right, so. Bradley, my pleasure, man. I appreciate you guys actually tuning in and participating. And hammering it out with us daily. Gills for Thrills, where do you get our plays? If you go to the website, cappersdirect.com, click on the premium tab, scroll down below the green boxes. You can try out premium plays today or my personal plays. They'll say Kyle's personal plays. They're $10 for the day. Normally on sale is 3 days for $99. So running the daily sale, which I think you guys like, which is a lot better than 3 days for $99, as the reception with it has been great. Sheriff Edwards says, on behalf of Jesus, I'll accept them. All right, so back to this game. We've been live for... Have we been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes? No wonder why my legs are starting to hurt. Mike said, I guess 23-2. Damn. That was in the last the last contest. You were just delayed, Mike. I'm just teasing. All right. Got me logged back in because FanDuel logged me out. That line is still sitting at 4.5. And my thoughts on this game are still the same. By the way, the poll numbers. Bang Bang Niner Gang sitting at 63% on our YouTube poll. 37% say Jets plus 3.5, and that number is now adjusted to 4.5. With plenty of votes in there, well over 100 votes, with 63% of all voters saying Jets are going to lose. Heck yeah, Edward. Hold on. Fast forward. Or here, I guess I could tag him. There we go. I could tag him. Thank you. And I was like, damn, the sheriff had to delete comments. What did he do? And I was like, oh man, somebody went off on us. And no, it was just testing out the, get it, sheriff. We haven't had that problem in a while on YouTube. I'm going to need to add you on the TikTok side there, Edward. All right, so I have a parlay that I've been brewing, and I'm going to show it after we bet it. Jesus, it's making me log in again. But I'm going to roll over it with you guys right now. I have not bet it yet. In fact, I'm going to put it on the screen just so we can critique it. Okay? Just so we can critique it and go over it and get your guys' opinion. But this is what I've been brewing. There's one that I'm not too 100% certain on. There's one that I'm not 100% certain on just yet. And that is the Ayuk 3+ receptions and the 25+ yards. Jesus has been waiting for this parlay. Let's go. I like it. I think Ayuk should come out where everybody's like, because there's a lot of talk about him. He's going to suck today. You know, first full week back with the team. He held out, blah, 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 blah. He just got paid. He knows the playbook. But this is the parlay. And if you guys are on TikTok, I'll read it off to you guys. Unfortunately, you guys don't get the same screen. Sheriff Edward says, looks good. Jesus has been waiting for this parlay. Let's go. Mike says, I'm worried about Ayuk. I'm worried about Ayuk to a point, but here's what I have down so far. I have not bet it yet, but I'm going to bet something of this nature, and when I do, I will share it with you guys. But these are the 6 that I've had picked out, and I've had circled, and I put into a parlay. Here's what I like. I've got Deebo Samuel's alternate receiving yards of 40+. And then I have Ayuk alternate receiving yards at 25+. And then I have Christian McCaffrey 25+ alternate receiving yards. That was McCaffrey's alternate receiving yards. Then I have Ayuk at 3+ receptions. And you can't see it because there's not on there, but basically put an asterisk next to all the Ayuk stuff. And then I've got Deebo Samuel's alternate receptions at 3+. And then Christian McCaffrey alternate rushing yards at 50+. I have gone back and forth on the Ayuk prop, both props. Him to have 3 catches, as well as over 25 yards. which, by the way, on the parlay, over 3 or more is minus 390. I thought about swapping in Christian McCaffrey's, but when you do at 3+, it doesn't drop it much. It drops it back down to a plus 262 instead of a plus 299 or 294 as it's gone down. It's now a 294. Trying to pop something up to look at something. Taking a look and diving into Christian McCaffrey, right? Taking a look at his stats per game. How many times was he targeted? Better yet, let's just start with 3 receptions or more for Christian McCaffrey. In all of last year, he had 3 receptions or more in all but 2 games. One against Seattle. He only saw 1 target. But he didn't really need to catch one out of the backfield. He just needed to jam it down their throat. He ran the ball 16 times for 145 yards. He was also held touchdownless in that game. They will be back, I was told, in about an hour. How many times has he been targeted? 3 or more times. Even in the game where he had only 2 receptions against Dallas, he was targeted 3 times. In the beginning of the season, he seems to catch the first 2 games of the year. He was targeted 5 times and 3 times. He had 3 catches each. His reception yardages went up as the season progressed. So I don't want to bet him to have 4 receptions, which I honestly think he gets to 4 receptions tonight against the Jets defense. I think he gets there. But I don't want to bet 4+ on Christian McCaffrey. 3+ sounds more like it. By the way, if you add 3+ to this, it bumps it up only to a plus 305. It's not worth it at all. Now, if you take out Ayuk's 3 receptions, it bumps it down to a plus 252. Or if you take out Ayuk's 25+ yards, it bumps it down to a plus 272. If you take out both, it drops it down to a plus 183. So there's definitely options when it comes to betting this parlay. And by no means am I finalizing it yet. Our parlay is now up to a plus 305. And if you notice, I've got no Jets on this. So I may very easily take out Ayuk and throw in some Jets players as well. That might be a more viable option. I mean, Alan Lazard, come on. I mean, I get it. He's, wide receiver number 3 there. He is a starter. Conklin, the tight end. We all know Aaron loves his tight ends. Last year, obviously without Aaron Rodgers, in game number 1 last year, Conklin had 1 catch, right? Targeted 2 times. Oh no, 1 catch for 2 yards, excuse me. Targeted 1 time. He was a sought-after man to catch the ball after that, but obviously that wasn't with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. But Aaron Rodgers loves his tight ends. We know that. Conklin had 4 or more receptions in all but 7 games last year. He hit 3 or more in all but 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So, what options does FanDuel give us? Let's take a look. His alternate receiving yards, he doesn't get many yards. He gets catches. He gets those short yardages. Here's his yardages from the start of the season to the end. 2, 50, 26, 58, 67 on 4 catches. 24, 0. He had no catches against the Giants. 66, 70 on 7 catches against the Raiders. 18, 33, 35, 57, 18, 36, 45, and 16. If you look at it as a fantasy standpoint, San Francisco doesn't give up many points in fantasy to tight ends. DK isn't. CMC kind of hurt. He's kind of hurt to the point where they're going to let him have a near full workload. So I'd have to say no. I'd have to say no on that one. His alternate receiving yards is 25. But his alternate receptions, 2+ minus 600, or 3+ at minus 200. So I'm just spitting this out there. If we take out all the Ayuk props and you make it a 5-teamer, Debo, 40 plus receiving yards. McCaffrey, 25 plus receiving yards. Debo, 3 plus receptions. McCaffrey, 50 plus rushing yards. Conklin, 2 receptions. It did drop it down to a plus 239. Now, here's the thing. I don't need a huge score. I want to win 2.5 to 3 times or 4 times our money. Those massive parlays that I hit that are plus 1,500, plus 3,000, the Geno Smith prop that I hit yesterday, first touchdown of the game, plus 2,400, those are fun to hit. But reality of hitting those is slim to none. Obviously, the higher the odds, the less likely to win. TPO's Panthers going all the way to 0-17. I believe you're correct. So if we removed all the Ayuk props, he's probably going to fucking smash it, and we wish we had him on there. Now, if you take out Conklin at 2 plus, and you put him in at 3 plus at minus 200, our prop now goes to a plus 333. How many times last year did Conklin have 3 receptions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games last year for the Jets that he had 3 receptions or more. How many times was he targeted? At least 3 times. It's more than that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times. 15 times he had 3 or more targets. 5 or more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I lost track. 1. I blinked. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times he was targeted 5 times or more. I like Conklin to get some catches. We all know Aaron Rodgers likes his receivers, right? What about Alan Lazard? Old number 10. Chat, what is your thought on Lazard? We all know he's a sought-after target of Aaron Rodgers. Here's the thing. Last year, he only had 23 receptions for 311 yards. His output is not much. He had 23 receptions last year with a high of 3. Looking at his prop, Michael, what's the over and under on Rodgers torn ACL? Right? I guess we can scratch that because FanDuel is not even giving us a Lazard prop. So scratch the Lazard. Scratch the Lazard talk. Maybe we throw in a Breece Hall rushing prop. Against New England last year, he had 37 carries for 178 yards and a touchdown with a 50-yarder. All I'm doing is looking for a way to make this the safest way to make us anywhere from 2.5 to 4 times our money. All right. So if you put Tyler Conklin at 2+ receptions, now Breece Hall's rushing yards is 64.5. If you go to his alternate rushing yards, and I think this is where we need to be. If you get his alternate rushing yards, you can get him at 40+. You can add it to our parlay, remove, and I'm going to show you guys a new one that I've got brewing. Because I believe this is going to be what's going to be the final parlay. You remove all the Ayuk props, the 2 Ayuk props. You throw in Conklin to have 2 receptions or more. And Breece Hall, 40-plus rushing yards. It gets us to that plus 316 mark. It gets us to that plus. We're getting over 3-1 on our money. When you're looking at Breece Hall and his stats, how many games was he held under 40 yards? Well, if they get blown out, here's the only worry that I have on Hall, and maybe we shift it to receptions. I haven't dived into that part yet. If they get blown out, he's not going to get the carries. You're going to have to need Hall to get. Nick Hubb says Lazard 11.5 receiving yards on FanDuel. Okay. I didn't see that one. Oh, that must be up under the regular players. I was looking under the alternate side. The only worry with Hall getting 40-plus rushing yards on the alternate yards is if they get blown out, he's not going to get it. And, I mean, they're 30-10 loss to Dallas. He got 4 carries for 9 yards. And they're 15-10 loss, and this wasn't even a blowout. They're 15-10 loss to the Patriots. He got 12 carries for 18 yards. Kansas City, he got 6 carries. Luckily, it was for 56 yards. They're 27-6 loss to the Chargers. He got 16 carries for 50 yards. They're 16-12 loss. It almost seems like close games and blowouts, he's not getting the carries. In their wins, he's got 40 or more. With the exception of against the Giants and the Eagles. He had 39 against the Eagles. Three times out of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of the 10 games they lost, he broke 40 yards 3 times. Me knowing and feeling that the Jets lose today makes me not want to bet on that prop. And I believe that's why FanDuel has it set at plus, 40 plus. The likelihood of that happening. Now, if you go to his alternate receptions, 3 plus is minus 400, which would get our parlay to plus 340. If you look at his stats over the course of the years, or not even over the years, just all of last season. It didn't start out as a receiving back. He was not getting those receptions. He had 2 receptions over the first 3 games. And then every game after the first 3 last year, he had 3 receptions except for a game against Miami. He had 1, but he was targeted 2 times. And 2 against in their win against New England, but he didn't have to catch it. He ran for 178 yards against them. So out of 17 games last year, he had 3 receptions or more 12 times. If you take out the first 3 games where he wasn't getting carries or looks, out of those last 14 games, he had 3 receptions for 12 out of 14 games. Chat, thoughts on that one? Now, I like him to have... See if this is a sports service we could fuck with. Hello. Hello. I got a wrong number. I'm sorry. That ain't the wrong number. Average card collector, you're talking about Lazard? Lazard was, yes, in Green Bay with Rodgers. Taking a look. Hall got no preseason action, right? None. Look at the Niners preseason game against the Raiders. They gave up 7 catches to running backs. Granted, that was a lot of preseason, though. Against the Saints, Saints didn't throw it that many times out of the backfield. Obviously, Kamara didn't play. They didn't need to. Titans didn't throw it either very much in the preseason. I'm not a fan of the 3+, but man, it boosts the parlay. But I like the 2+. It bumps it from a 238 to a 278. Or 279 now. And I don't know if that's worth doing it. How much playing time does rookie Braylon Allen get? You know, number 0 for the Jets. He's RB2. He's what? The youngest running back in the NFL? He had 54 yards on 6 carries against the Commanders in preseason. They believe he's a very heavy runner. And that it hurts to tackle him. So, even with Allen being the top back, it's looking like they're going to be splitting time. And if they're splitting time, they might be just splitting receptions out of the backfield. So I don't like it. As of right now, the more you look at it, this is what I like. Debo, 40+ alternate receiving yards. McCaffrey, 25+. Debo, 3+ receptions. McCaffrey, 50+ alternate rushing yards. And then Conklin at 2+ receptions. I think Conklin gets 2+ receptions. That puts it at a +245. Garrett Wilson, you got to get to 4+. And then we could bump it to a +245 to a +308. That's if you selected Garrett Wilson. He only played in a handful of games last season. I mean, he was highly targeted in those games. Last game of the season, he only had 5 targets for 2 receptions. But that was because Hall ran the ball fucking 50 times. Their loss against Cleveland, he had 5 receptions for 50 yards. He was targeted 10 times. Granted, it wasn't an Aaron Rodgers receiver, though. Against Washington, he had 15 targets for 9 catches. 4 targets for 3 catches against Miami, and 14 targets for 9 catches against Houston last year. As far as he goes, it's going to be very hard to tell who Aaron Rodgers likes the most, who gets open against the San Francisco defense. So betting for 4 or 5+ receptions in the first game of the season with Aaron Rodgers returning, and hopefully he stays healthy and makes it the whole game, which I believe he will. I believe you will. Lost my chat. So this is the parlay. I'm going to post it up in the screen. That has my attention the most. And no matter which way I look at it, and to be honest, I think the Ayuk version's a winner. I really do. I really believe the Ayuk version is a winner. But when I try and play it smart, this is what I come up with, and it's on the screen. It's a +245, 5-legger, same game parlay. Deebo Samuels, 40+ alternate receiving yards. Christian McCaffrey, 25+ alternate receiving yards. Deebo, 3+ receptions. McCaffrey, 50+ alternate rushing yards. And Tyler Conklin, the only Jets that's on this parlay, at 2+ receptions. The payout on it is not a huge one, but it is a +245. If I was to put $500 on it, it would win me $12.28 plus my money back. That is what I'm looking at as far as a fun parlay to go. Ronald, you said who are the cornerbacks? Curious chat, you guys are very quiet, so curious what you guys think on this parlay. I think it's money. I like it. I forgot I had a massage appointment today. I better look to see. Aaron, FanDuel does have a no sweat, but it's got to be +400. I'm going to be doing one that's got Christian with 2 touchdowns and then 2 other legs to it. I do. All right. 3 p.m. is my massage. We're safe, folks. We're safe. Trying to make one more like a for sure of a thing as we can get it. Aaron, you like the parlay? Hammer it. Fanatics has a boost plus 300. Nice, Michael. That's good. I haven't bet on Fanatics yet. So I believe this is what it's going to be. I like it. Lot of depth into this one, diving deep into it. Wilson to have 40 plus receiving yards. I like it. I don't want to get into too many legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to bet it, and we're going to make it official. It's plus 245 now. $500 wins $12.28 and 7 cents plus my money back. And submit. And parlay is bet. So now I'll take a screenshot of the actual betting ticket. Showing the timestamp of 12:02 as of right now. So we'll change this one from that screenshot to that one. Make it a little bit smaller so you guys can see it all. And you guys can see it on the screen now. On YouTube, that is. On TikTok. I can't show you guys the screen that you guys see on YouTube, but I can airdrop it to my phone since I bet it on the desktop version. And it looks like this. There you go, TikTok. You guys get the real betting ticket. $500 on a 5-legger. Scott, thanks for jumping on board my premium plays. Thanks, Scott, for jumping on board premium plays for today. Thanks for jumping on board. Glad to have you on board, Scott. By the way, if you're not on my personal plays, you're going to miss out on a monster day. We're having a monster day today. King Marlowe, you didn't see it? If you're on YouTube, it's still on the screen there. That's what it looks like. But what I will do is I will make a separate video. King Marlowe, I'll make a separate video and post it on TikTok. We'll post it on YouTube as well. Probably as a YouTube short. But as soon as we get off the live, I'll make a video with it on the screen. So, out of water. David, is this just football? Is what, the parlay or the talk? We talk about everything. We got a barbershop pole back there. It's the barbershop of sports betting, where just about anything goes. By the way, 2 minutes, we're going to do a giveaway. 2 minutes, we're going to do a giveaway on YouTube for another package, another free package. So if you haven't done so on YouTube, please do hit that thumbs up button. Run us up to 70 on TikTok. If you're new to the channel, hit that follow button, and then do us a favor, tap the screen, share the video, repost it, as well as share it on your stories if you can. We greatly appreciate it when you do. All right, so as far as this game goes, let's lock it down. You guys already know I'm all over the Niners. I'm all over the Niners. If you watch the daily free play video, It's Niners or bust for me. Plain and simple, Niners or bust for me. As far as the over goes, Christopher, thank you for the follow on TikTok. As far as the total goes, I can't bet the under on this one. You guys asked yesterday. On Sunday Night Football. And I'm an over better by nature, right? But you guys asked during the live show yesterday, and I said under all day long in that game. Crypto and tokens, you're using FanDuel. FanDuel, DraftKings, BetOnline. I use them all. I shop around. But that's a FanDuel ticket. Aaron Gore says, David, we talk all things here. If there's a specific game, let Kyle know, and he may break it down. Absolutely. Great way to look at it, Aaron. I do have to squeeze in a dentist appointment sometime this week. Man, broke a molar. That was broke a couple years ago. That wasn't fun. I hate the dentist. Guess I got to get the top of my teeth done anyways. Sooner or later. Bottoms are done. King, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. All right, so I do have a no sweat same game parlay that has to be a 3-legger at plus 400 or more. Got to use that no sweat bet. So I brewed up a couple options. I did brew up a couple options yesterday. Got to remember, Christian McCaffrey to anytime touchdown is minus 700. Or sorry, not minus 7, minus 170. I don't know why I said 700. Minus 170. To score twice, it was higher. It's now back down to a plus 330 because it got released that he will be playing a near full workload. So you know when they're down deep, they're going to be giving it to him. Plain and simple. It's funny. I have never seen a parlay go down in odds when you add a second leg to it. So Christian McCaffrey to score 2 touchdowns is plus 330. When you add his alternate rushing yards of 40 plus minus 650 to it, it drops it to a plus 302. Like, who in their right mind would take that? They are doing that on FanDuel to keep the numbers below 400. Which is hilarious. Adding Debo, McCaffrey 2 scores, Debo 25 plus rushing yards, which my personal opinion, this is a no sweat bet. You're going to get 200 back in credit. It needs to be used at something that's going to give you extreme value. So, like, I could try and nickel and dime and try and get something cool out of them. You know, like a plus 400 and sneak in a bet and bet 200 and win 800, right? But if you lose, you're going to get your 200 back. So you might as well go for the gusto on these bets. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're betting $10 on it or 200, which is the max. But if you take Christian McCaffrey, 2 scores, Debo a score, and then you throw in Breece Hall, that bumps it to a plus 2679. Now, here is something else. The Jets are very high on their RB2. They said that when he gets that burst of speed and when he hits you, that it stings. They called him a heavy back. So does that mean when they get down low, are they going to give it to Hall? Or are they going to feed their RB2? Much like you see in the Lions game, you've got Gibbs and Montgomery, right? Because Braylon Allen is plus 700. Hear me out. Hear me out. Christian McCaffrey to have 2 scores. And I'm going to look at it both variations with him having 2 or 1. But Christian McCaffrey, oh, they just dropped the odds on this one big time. It just dropped over 2,000. Literally instant. As I have it in my cart. Christian McCaffrey to have 2 scores. Debo to have 1. Breece Hall to have 1 score. And Braylon Allen, the rookie, who they are very sought after, he is plus 700. Which, by the way, he's plus 3,000 to have the first touchdown of the game. I will bet that. This 4-leg parlay is as of right now, is a plus $24,150. A $200 wager will win $48,535. And the odds just dropped again. The odds literally just dropped again. And I bet I'm going to look, but I bet it's on McCaffrey because more news. McCaffrey and Debo and Breece Hall all just dropped their odds for a touchdown again. But if you change it and you take out McCaffrey's 2 and you turn it to 1, it's a plus 8,000. Plus 8,000, which, by the way, I like. Debo 1 score, McCaffrey 1 score, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen each a score. Tell me this isn't money. Christian McCaffrey 1, Debo 1, Breece Hall 1. Braylon Allen, the rookie, is a plus 8,022. $200 no sweat token applied, pays back $16,045. That click was my submission button. No joke. I just put my $200 no sweat wager on that 4-player prop. And I'm going to show it off on the screen. And by no means am I telling you guys to go put $200 on this. I have a no sweat wager. So whatever you would go put on a no sweat wager, be it $5 or $10, I think this one is live. I think Braylon Allen is going to get a look. Send it to my phone. I'll show you guys on TikTok as well. Now, remember, this is a plus 8,000, so the likelihood of it hitting is still slim. The likelihood of this one hitting is still slim. It's a plus 8,000. I'm going to take off the first one, the parlay. Look at that one, chat. TikTok, I'll show you guys here in a second. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Is that it? Oh, yeah, no, that's it. That's it. I honestly think it's like, Aaron says, sounds like FanDuel is listening to your show, right? As an influx of people are going there, putting it in their carts, and the odds are dropping. I like it. I do. I do. I think Braylon Allen is going to get an attempt way deep in the red zone, assuming the Jets get down there, and they should be able to. I think Braylon Allen gets a look, and by the way, he's plus 3,100 as the first touchdown of the game. And I just put 50 at plus 3,100. Wins back 1,550 plus my 50 back. If for some reason he was getting the first touchdown of the game. Christian McCaffrey, first touchdown of the game is 850. Or sorry, 360. 850 is Deebo Samuels to get the first one of the game. A Christian McCaffrey first score plus first score of the game plus a Deebo score is a plus 165 or plus 1186. You add in a Breece Hall touchdown, and it's a plus 3,038. No, 3,031.12 now. It's just changing. Odds are changing. Crazy way to look at the game. Jesus says that Allen TD is a sneaky play. I think it is. He is a heavy back, and they are extremely excited for him. Ronald says, man, the hell what you say, brother. I am in the vet with you, 2 seats. I am riding. This is a fun parlay up there. That's a fun parlay right there on the screen. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it too much. In fact, I like both of these parlays. Jesus says that kid is a truck. Saw him play live in preseason. The kid's a straight beast. Christopher on TikTok, thank you for the follow. Straight beast. I'd be nearly certain if they're down and that 3 to 4 yards or less, he's going to get a look. They need to test him to see what he can do. He's going to get a look. And they already know what he can do, and that's score. I can see him line Two backs up there and him get the ball. Behind Hall. Ooh, this might be a fun phone call. Let's check it. Take a look. Hello. Hello. Hello? Is anybody there? Do you have free winners? I hear you breathing. They hung up. Spam call. Who dat Bob says DraftKings has that foreplay for plus 13,000. Even better, man. Even better. And if you really want to go big, switch it to McCaffrey having 2 scores, and then it's like plus 24,000. But no need to be greedy. I will be very happy if a prop bet cashes tonight and I make $16,000. Breakfast on me tomorrow at the diner. Pancakes. But again, I'll be making money because we're all over the Niners anyways. All right, chat. We're going to wrap this up here in a little bit. But first, we're going to do another giveaway on YouTube. And then we're going to jump on to something in baseball for you guys. Because I love y'all. So, if you're on YouTube, the Mauricio rules in full effect. 1 guess per enter button. Ready, set, 0 to 100, and go wins a package on our website. Locked, loaded, ready to roll. Go! Some of y'all are close, but you're still way off. All right, I'm going to give you guys a hint. It's between 20 and 70. How about that one? We have a winner. Y'all can stop. We have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner. You can stop. DK, you were the first one to guess number 47 correctly. DK, need to know what your username is on our website. That way I can give you a free package for today. If you don't have a username on our website, please let me know. I will tell you how to create a free account where it doesn't cost you anything, no credit card necessary. But you won today's plays, or you won the package for today. So please post in the comment section if you've got a username on our account, or an account and username on our website. And if you don't, no biggie, I'll let you know how to do it. Round of applause for DK, everybody. Round of applause, round of applause. Ronald says recount. Sheriff Edwards says send it here. That's my burner account. Probably is his burner account. Probably is your burner account. By the way, if you're not on board, go get your butts on board. You can get all of my personal plays today or premium plays for just $10. All you got to do is go to the website, cappersdirect.com. Click on that premium tab, scroll down, and get on board. As always, here's the cool thing. There's no upsells, no games, no gimmicks. Nobody's going to call you and be like, hey, Edward, what you just bought is, yeah, crap. You need to buy a bigger package. You need our 200-star locks of the century. None of that bullshit here. Dark Knight, I like it. Now I know who you are. What's up, Sean? There we go. There we go. I see you've been on premium plays, and you're always all over guaranteed, or you've been over the years on guaranteed Saturday. I know you got premium plays the other day on the first. Gonna give you my personal plays for today. Well, you can try those out. They're already in your account. All you got to do. Actually, didn't you won a package, right? Did you win premium plays the other day? I like it. Ronald says, brother, you have to admit it feels good being back with the gang again, doesn't it? I like it. The band is back together. Cap Nation is here, and we're strong and stronger than ever. Cap Nation is back, baby. I love it. In fact, make sure that barbershop pole is spinning in the video right there. Heck yeah. I like it when you guys keep winning. We're going to do promos all week long for you guys. By the way, we're live 7 days a week this week. We're live 7 days a week this week. Listen to this schedule. Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll be live noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, 9 in the morning. On Wednesday, we will also be live noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then on Thursday, we're doing a special test run. We're doing 2 shows on Thursday. We're doing noon Eastern, 9 Pacific in the morning for us out here on the West Coast. And then we're going to do the 6:30 Eastern time game on Thursday, 3:30 Pacific. We've got NFL, we've got college football, and we've got baseball. Both shows will go over NFL, college, and Major League Baseball on Thursday. If it is a hit and a success, you might see it in the future 2 times a day on Thursdays and Fridays. Plain and simple. Sheriff said dang got clinicals won't be home till like 1 tomorrow. Well, we'll still be live at 1 Eastern tomorrow. We'll be live at 1 Eastern tomorrow. I am golfing tomorrow. So you guys are going to get me until about, let me see what time we're golfing. Oh, that's dinner reservation at the country club for me and the little one. Oh, I wonder why I'm looking at wrong emails. Let's see. My tea time tomorrow. That email should be right here. There we go. There it is. At 11:15. Don't need a quick warm-up, or just need a quick little warm-up. Tomorrow I'll hit about 10, 12 balls. Do a little stretching. Aaron, you're way behind, brother, if you're guessing. So you guys are going to get me until about 1:30 Eastern time tomorrow. And then in tomorrow's daily free play video, we'll have more opportunities to win more free packages as well. But I have no golf scheduled on Thursday, so you guys might get me twice on Friday, or maybe just the once. But I am golfing with my daughter on Wednesday, so who knows? Maybe Wednesday afternoon we'll do a little test run from the golf cart. Cap Nation live on the course. Cappers Nation live on the greens. Making green. I'd say smoking green, but that might get us in trouble here. And my daughter would be there, so that wouldn't happen. All right, baseball. I've got something planned for you. I've got something planned for you. You guys want it? Or no? You want it? Or no? No? All right. I don't have to give it. You guys are all quiet. I need to see a comment section that you want it. By the way, our YouTube poll, Bang Bang Niner Gain is sitting at 63%. 37% say Jets, Jets, Jets. Margin for error, there's got to be at least 30 votes for the Jets that were wrong, I'd have to say. I know you guys want a good one. Guys are way too quiet in here. Until I run a promo, and then y'all wake up. All right, here you guys go. Here you guys go. Baltimore and Boston. We got Cade Povich on the mound. His 2-7 record. 5.76 ERA, 47 strikeouts to 25 walks. Brian Bello on the mound for the Red Sox. He's not walking one every other strikeout. He's walking one every 2 1/3 strikeouts, right? 135 Ks to 53 walks. 4.75 ERA over 142 complete innings so far this season. In this Boston matchup, Baltimore and Boston, we are going to see runs. Corey Ledbetter, thanks for jumping on board. Not only my personal plays, but I see you got premium plays today as well. Glad to have you on board, Corey, if you're in the live chat, which you probably are. Pulling up the live odds for this game. Red Sox, a -120 favorite with Bello on the mound. I almost said the Ravens. The Orioles, +102. With that total sitting at 9.5, -105. I was looking for alternate totals just to see, because you got to check. There we go. 9.5 is -105, and 8.5 is -170. We're going to roll with the 9.5 because I fully expect this to be one of them 7-6, 8-6 games. I expect a lot of runs in this game. I don't think hitting the number 10 mark is going to be a lot. I think between both teams, it should happen with relative ease. So I think y'all should join me in hammering and pounding the over in this one. And I'm about to get off of the live, but I'm going to give you guys a free play. Just for the chat, just for you guys. You put it in the comment sections on TikTok. There it is. Free play. Orioles and Red Sox over 9.5. -105. Jesus Christ, we went live for 3.5 hours today? That's too fucking long. I guess it won't be long when we hit that $16,000 parlay. By the way, if you're watching on TikTok, did show off this parlay. $500 wins. Gets back $1,728. And I will make a full video on this parlay just for you guys. And I also bet this $200 no sweat token. This plus 8,000. Which I think has a legit opportunity to hit today. But that's what I have today. We'll be live again tomorrow. Definitely not as long because at this time, I'll already be about 7 holes in. And hopefully even par. Fat chance on that one. But nonetheless, if you're not on board, get on board. If you're already on board for my personal plays, there's 2 baseball plays out, guys. There's 2 baseball plays already on the site. My football and the props will be out within 30 minutes. 30, 40 minutes, I'll have it wrapped up, and I'll have them on the website. Gonna be good today. All right, guys, get on board. And look forward to making you guys a boatload of money today. And again, as always, full disclaimer to everybody, wager responsibly. All right, guys, wager responsibly. Everybody on TikTok, thank you that's hit the hearts and shared the video and followed. Everybody watching on YouTube, greatly appreciate everybody that did hit the thumbs up button, participated in the live chat. You guys were awesome. And let's hammer the books today. Let's have a monster day and start the week out right. Overreaction Monday. We're going to be hammering the books on Monday. All right, guys. We'll all see you guys live tomorrow at noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific. Everybody on YouTube, thank you. And let's have some fun. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. Wager responsibly. Especially if you're betting crazy shit like this.